Okay, dear friends, hello. I'm Yannis Yanouris, for those who don't know me. I'm board member for the non-for-profit association Waterpolo Development and director of the HaBaWaBa International Festival, held every year at Lignano, Sabbiadoro, Italy. This is the first webinar for the HaBaWaBa School project, supported by Erasmus Sport. The goal is to help coaches develop young water polo players through a shared and practical pathway. Few words about the HaBaWaBa project began quite a few years ago, 2008. Every year since then, third and fourth week of June, thousands of children aged under 9, under 11, under 13 take part. It has become a very strong environment for learning and motivation, and some former participants now compete at international and even Olympic level, prove that early development creates real opportunities. So HaBaWaBa School is to support coaches who work with ages 7 to 11 and then 10 to 12, offers clear guidelines to teach fundamentals and build a solid foundation for their further development. This project, HaBaWaBa School, is delivered with partners from Greece and Italy, University of Crete, Club Anemos from Kania, Creta, Club Acquatico Pescara, Italy, and of course Waterpolo Development, supported by Erasmus Plus. Participation is free, and we have 8 webinars in total, 7 more short and practical. All materials will be on the platform that will be created. It's not ready yet. And the final outcome will present it at the HaBaWaBa International Festival at Lignano this summer, the third week of June. So very few words to brief you about HaBaWaBa Festival and the HaBaWaBa School. So we move forward. Those are the partners I mentioned before. And the purpose and philosophy from the school is, as I said before, step-by-step, a progressive, playful, and safe pathway to teach water polo fundamentals for kids 9 to 10 and 10 to 7 to 9 and 10 to 12 years old. So that was not obvious a couple of years ago. Generally, the resources that are available were not specifying for such young kids, so it was a general, let's say, water polo books, but not specific for very young kids. So that connects actually swimming with the basics of swimming with the water polo technique. So it's the first step after the swimming school. Develops confidence, start to work as a team, movements become efficient in the water, not in one way, but in 3 dimensions. They start to have fun with the game, and they start learning the concept of fair play. Obviously, kids learn best when they have a safe environment. They are challenged and supported. And well, we need to keep in mind the HaBaWaBa spirit that was not only, let's say, the game, but also values, learning, like respect, the respect of the opponent, the referee, the coach, the parents. So it's going hand by hand together. And of course, understanding about social aspects. So they go out of the microcosm of the family, and they need to collaborate with other people and demonstrate a positive behavior. So generally speaking, all the methodology is based on a 4-step approach. Quickly, the first step is we introduce a skill, where we give a name, why we are doing a very simple language. Then we explain and we demonstrate the skill in the normal velocity, slow, different angles, from the hold to part and then again to hold. So we need to adapt whatever we explain and demonstrate to the age of the kids, because the kids don't have too much time to be concentrated, so we must be fast. The third step is repetition with drills. They must be short, varied, fun, from time to time, with or without the ball, and that will help them to, let's say, understand the skill and do it in a very, let's say, automatic way. The fourth step is correction of errors and provide feedback. That is very important because every kid is different from another. So we need to observe, we need to correct one kid at a time, re-demonstrate if it is needed. So we move to the next step, some practical recommendations. We need to see every kid different. We need to go step by step from easy to hard, simple to complex, and repeat the key skills. We use the balls number 3, and when needed, we use the kickboard. Every month, month and a half, we are checking the progress of their techniques. We control their behavior because we need to readjust. And every time we need to keep in mind that we need to add some fair play hints. Play hard, play fair, help the teammate, don't be egoist, give your hand to the opponent, and things like that. So let's go now to the first part of the very young kids of 7, 8, 9 years old. We will start introducing skills, focusing primarily in improving their swimming ability. And gradually we add with the ball, and we are doing exercises. In the place of giving them a kickboard, we give them a ball. So we start with freestyle and backstroke kicks, controlling the breathing, the body glide, and progressively we introduce the breaststroke legs are a bit harder all the time. Then head up swimming with the ball, and backstroke with the ball, combining both strokes with breaststroke kick. Once the children feel confident in the water, we move to the vertical body position, introducing the egg beater, the bicycle, kicking horizontally and vertically, followed by the basic throwing position with the ball. So this is the outline, let's say, of the first period. Now, in the videos we are going to present you, the athlete is an 8 years old athlete of Club Aquatico Pescara, Damiano Spina. So Damiano, you will see him here. So this is our champion, Damiano, who is going to, as you saw, he already knows how to tie the cap.
Yannis, you cannot see your screen now. You have paused the screen sharing by mistake.
Wait. Now you can see it.
Now, yes.
Okay, so Damiano Spina, 8 years old, is our champion. He is going to do the exercises for us. So we start the first skill, that is kicking freestyle, very basic, elementary, and it's very important to focus on the correct technique of kicking freestyle, because that will follow, let's say, the improvement of the development of the kid, the boy or the girl, and otherwise can compromise their future. Good swimmers, they have a good leg work, either in freestyle backstroke or backstroke. So we add some items like description. So they need to keep to kick from the hips and make it short, quick beats while keeping the head steadily and the hips high. Next, knees stay under the surface, ankles relaxed, and the toes pointed. So we need to be very careful because depending on the structure of the kids, some kids they can do, some other cannot do the proper technique. So then we introduce also the breathing. That is the second step when they are confident with the kicking. They need to understand how they will breathe with the head inside and head outside the water. Now we move to some quick example. For every skill, we have planned some drills. So I hope that you will see. I don't know how good the connection will be. So, do you see something moving?
Yes, we can see, but we don't hear the sound.
Yeah, the sound is not important. Now,
Okay. We can see the video.
okay, this is very, let's say, elementary thing. Usually we do kicking with a kickboard. Here we give the ball number 3. So we move to the second step where we make the combination head inside, outside. It's very important when he puts the head inside to put all the air out. Don't keep the air, but he needs to exhale. As soon as the legs can support him, we take off the ball and we continue no support kicking. Now we give him a signal with a whistle, put your head inside, put your head outside. And then we move to a breathing technique exercise, alternating arms and breathing. And this is an exercise they can do with the help of the kickboard when they cannot support their left or right arm when they turn the head to breathe. So this is, let's say, the first skill, the kicking of freestyle, and we gave example of 5 basic drills. Obviously, we need to repeat that every day for at least 2-3 years. It's not enough one day to learn and do in a perfect way the kicking. And I said before that we need to insist on that because otherwise that can compromise his future. Then we move to the breaststroke kick. Again, with and without the ball, that is more difficult. So first we start with freestyle and the backstroke kick, and then we go to the breaststroke. And it's very important to build, let's say, a well-timed breaststroke kick in order to have the maximum propulsion and maintain a high body position, support later development of a stable egg beater. So before doing the egg beater that will secure a vertical position of the body, we need to have a good breaststroke legs. When the kids don't kick well breaststroke, we need to correct. Otherwise, they cannot stay vertical. They are going to kick in the wrong way. So for the description, I will not enter to details. They are, let's say, rather swimming school elements. It's important to be careful with the opening of the knees, how they move their knees, their ankles, how they kick and they keep the legs closed in order to rotate. And all those elements will make them stabilize their posture with the ball at the beginning, then without the ball, so to glide in a very good and smooth way. So let's see some basic drills. Again, Damiano will show us the breaststroke. So we need to be very careful how he is kicking, if it's symmetrical, how much he opens the knees. So we go the same concept without the ball. Now he assumes, let's say, not a completely horizontal position because he has the head up, but you see how he's doing without support. Obviously, is more difficult to do that rather than have a support with the ball. So he needs already to perform well the kicking in order to do such a movement. Now we introduce the concept of gliding. So we say you need to keep the legs straight, count 1, 2, 3, 4, and then kick again. So he must feel how he catch the water and he kick in order to glide. Now we say to him, you are going to do the opposite. You are going to kick quickly and then glide. So he start to understand the change of the rhythm. Consider that some exercises we see, they have also the coordination aspect. So one time he glides, one time he kicks quickly. And we move to the fifth exercise of the second skill, when he combines breaststroke legs with freestyle kick. I gave the title start kick because usually when we want to start without pushing the wall, we are doing legs and then immediately breaststroke legs and then immediately freestyle. So to do the exercise like that, he must have, let's say, he dominate well the breaststroke kick and the freestyle, so you make the combination. We move to the third element, the very basic, the Waterpolo freestyle, meaning having the head up. And of course, we need to create, let's say, endurance on that because it's not easy at the beginning. Then the legs need to support when he raises the head above the water, to swim in a stable way and maintain vision of the field, because that is going to be very important for the future, when he needs to see also the game, where the ball is, where the opponent, the time, and so on. So the eyes at the beginning, they need to go to look forward. The chin must be steady. Usually the kids, they balance too much when they swim with the head out. The arm strokes are short and quick, elbows are high. This is very important to have elbows high. When the hands are entering is also very important, and must be at the shoulder width, so it must not be very apart. Otherwise, he's going to lose the ball. So he needs to create a space where the ball will move without touching. And obviously, the leg work is very important, because having the head up, that brings the legs down. So he needs to perform the legs in a very good way. Otherwise, he starts to sink and he don't move forward. Then breathing also must be natural, and slide with a slight rotation of the head, must not be like a robot. You understand? So, or twisting too much, must be in a very natural way. That takes some time. So it's not easy to do it from the very beginning. And let's see now some exercises. So here he swim some with legs, head inside, some meters with head outside. Generally, when we swim with head inside, we ask, like Damiano is doing, to do a bilateral breathe. So one time he breathed to the right side, after 3 strokes to the left side. So he gets used to moving the head left and right. So here we see the bilateral breathing, as I said before. Now he needs to follow the whistle of the coach as well. When he will swim with head inside, he will listen and react with raising the hand. Now he will swim alternating the rhythm, very fast and less fast. So he goes one time very fast, now he is going with gliding. Actually, when we do fast, short distance swimming, that helps the coordination of the kids. Now, Damiano, when he's going in the slow side, he's not doing perfectly the bilateral swimming, because he's putting down the arm very quickly. He should keep sliding a bit. So that we need to correct. Every athlete, as I said before, is different. Now is, let's say, the time to have some fun. He has to swim with a kickboard under. You see, immediately he starts to balance his body with the help of the kickboard, not bounce. Of course, it's not easy to swim. He's losing from time to time the kickboard. But okay, it's some fun exercise. We move to the fourth skill of today. Now we add the ball. So we need to not only swim with the head up, but also learn how to control and propel the ball forward while swimming, maintaining the rhythm, the vision, and the body balance. So always it's very important the kick, as I said before, the movement of the head, and we need to bring the ball forward without touching the ball. So we not give to punch the ball or every time hit the ball with our arms, but the kid must understand that with the little waves he creates with his movement, he moves forward the balls. So let's see some drills. So he's going slowly and he's going fast. Now he's touching, he should not touch. He should go without touching. But see, when he has the head out, he loses a bit the support of the kick. When he has the head inside, it's easier. When he brings the head up, he needs to work more with the leg work. Okay, that we saw before. Now he's swimming all the way fast. Now we add, let's say, the whistle. So he needs to follow also the coach. And the last exercise, also to give some fun, he swim, he makes this roll. Also helps him to feel in the water in a more relaxed way. And we move to the fifth and last skill for the first webinar. Now we are doing, let's say, the first real water polo move, that is freestyle with breaststroke kick. So we combine the freestyle and the breaststroke legs. That later on will become very important during the games. Okay, and we will introduce freestyle every 1 or 2 arms. We will focus on the coordination between the freestyle pull and the breaststroke kick. It's not obvious that all the kids immediately understand that. So they need to understand how and when they are going to kick along with their strokes. And at the same time, they need to glide and not be stiff and, let's say, rigid inside the water. Have awareness about the ball and about the rest of the field, what happens in the field. So one-to-one coordination. So you see how he's combining. He's doing quite well. This every stroke has one kick. This is a move in the swimming school they are not doing. So it's in the water polo school he is going to start combining. Now we do every 2 strokes. That is not so easy again. He must, at the beginning he cannot do it. Later on he starts to coordinate. You see, takes time to coordinate. In the first kicks he could not coordinate well. Now he is perfect. I mean, in the one stroke he's not doing, the second one is doing. This is what we call it defense drill. Later on he will do it without the ball in order to defend without foul. Now he's bringing the ball and he's doing this combination. One time with left arm, other time with the right arm. We move to the fourth drill. Now he's doing that, but he changed arm after 2 strokes. Again, it's a coordination drill. He needs to throw the ball. At the beginning, he will lose the ball sometimes, but then he will control the whole movement. It's a very complicated move, so it takes time to do it in a very smooth and relaxed way. Now he's doing the same exercise he did at the beginning, but he's pushing with this spinning movement the ball. So the kids like this type of exercise when there is the ball because they can do the work of coordination having, let's say, the ball in the hand. So you see the date for the second webinar. At this moment now I will unshare my screen. Labros, can you help?
Stop sharing,
Wait. Okay, interrupt. Okay, I found.
Okay.
So I'm back. That was the content of the first. It's okay. You can hear me.
Yes, perfect.
Okay, that was the content of the first webinar, so you have an idea. The first 4 will be for the kids 7 to 9, and the last 4, the 5th to 8th, will be for 10, 11 to 12 years old. What I want to say is that we would like from all of you entering in where you have subscribed yourself, if you have any comments or proposals, or you can share with us videos that you consider for young kids, let's say, important. The idea of this webinar is that we propose a draft of a methodology, but we want at the end of the day, when we go to the final presentation in Lignano Sabbiadoro, to present also your ideas. So we create a more, let's say, complete curriculum for everybody, because of course we share, let's say, common passion and love for the sport, and this is the concept. So please, I ask you, when you have whatever you have, you can communicate through the platform. So you can write your comments, proposals, or if you want to send a video with your ideas, feel free to do it.
Yanis, about that, sorry if I interrupt you. For the second webinar, the registration form for the second webinar will have a specific area where the coaches can add their comments and suggestions. So we invite you to do so.
Okay, Fabrizio, present yourself also. So
sorry, I'm Fabrizio Napoli. I'm in charge of communication for Waterpolo development and HaBaWaBa community. HaBaWaBa. So as I said, this project is very important to exchange knowledge between us. So for us, it's very important to involve you coaches, you HaBaWaBa coaches in this process. So in the next form, we really invite you to have suggestions and the comments about this webinar, and then if you have materials to share with other coaches, please do tell us in the form. We will find a way to get in to have your work and to talk about your work with the other coaches.
So before to say hello, please, if somebody has some question, feel free to address it.
Lambros, feel free all the...
Yes, I have a mute, give access to all participants. If any colleague wants to ask something, can open microphone and speak.
They're still out.
My question is, thank you for the initiative. It's very important especially for us living in a country where the water polo is not so popular.
So thank you. From where you are following us?
Norway.
Norway, perfect. So at what age the kids start practicing water polo?
They do not start at all, but I'm trying to let them start when they're about 8 to 9.
Okay, that's very good.
So this video that you showed is perfect to start. So thank you.
Yeah, consider that until the end you are going to see 200 videos. Now you saw just, let's say, the first part. Thank you very much. So the material at the end will be uploaded in the special platform where is going to be all the details, not only the presentation I did, but let's say more descriptions. Now, of course, the objective was to start and give idea of the project to everybody. And but at this moment, the University of Creta is preparing the platform that is going to be. It's not going to be an application, be careful, it's going to be a platform, a web platform, so you can see it from the computer, where you will have all the material. And we will add also whatever material you send us, and it's worth to present and make, let's say, all the material more, let's say, complete and useful to all coaches around the world. So let me, before say hello, I would like to say hello to Ildiko. Hi, Ildiko.
Wait.
Okay.
Hi, Yanis.
So
That's
I
great.
need to say that with Ildiko a couple of years ago, in the period of COVID, we did a very good work for FINA at the time. Now, of course, the name changed. That was swim and play with the ball. The concept was similar. We had, let's say, we took this initiative, and Ildiko was, let's say, one of, let's say, the most important components of this work. She's coaching Vasas, that is a historical club of Hungary, based in Budapest. And at the time, she was coaching the Central School of Budapest, the KSC, that is also a very renowned institution. So she had, let's say, she shared her knowledge with ours, and of course, she has been a couple of times in Lignano for HaBaWaBa. She won also HaBaWaBa. Ildiko, do you want to say something?
Hello to I say hello to everybody. Nice to meet with you. I hope time to time will be more and more participants of this webinars, because it's the basis of water polo. So if we don't work well, there will be no good water polo players. So we are very important persons in water polo. I think so.
You are right. You are right.
And meet you in Lignano.
Okay, Ildiko. Thank you very, very much. And you are welcome to send us any ideas or videos from your kids in Vasas, so we can share with our colleagues. Just, if possible, for those that would like to share, you can send it a couple of days before the next one, so I can join all, and we can, before starting the webinar, present a couple of material from the previous one. Do we have other questions?
Yes, Captain.
Okay. Hello. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm fine. So, Ahmed.
Yes. I wanted to ask for the young kids, for the 7 years old who just start to join water polo.
Yes.
When we teach them the strokes you were showing in the videos, should we keep insisting on the swimming the long strokes of the hands, or we can do only the short strokes, not very long strokes like swimming, like this stuff?
Ahmed, in my opinion, you need to combine. They need to know to swim in economic way. Do not spend energy. So people that don't learn basic swimming, they can learn water polo, but water polo swimming freestyle, but then they will get quickly tired because they don't use well, let's say, from the principles of swimming. Of course, there are differences, but he need to kick. If he doesn't kick, how he can? Then, of course, in water polo, we don't glide that much. But if you are intend to do, let's say, a kind of swimming training later on in some distances, he will suffer swimming more than 5-10 meters. So, yes, you need to combine a classic swimming with water polo in 3 dimensions, because in water polo, you need to swim back, forward, right, left, jump. So he need to get very familiar with the element of water. So everything he's doing inside the water is useful.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So do we have other questions? Labros, if I don't know, I cannot see.
We have no any other.
Okay. So, dear friends, it was very nice to start the first webinar for the HaBaWaBa School. So our appointment will be for the last Wednesday of February. And we will proceed with the other 5 skills and 20 drills, and we will continue like that until the end. Okay, so hello to everybody until the next time. Bye-bye.
Thank you all.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.